drops, you go into painful episodes called crisis. The hemoglobin on a normal female is usually between 11 and 15, and a little bit higher in men. My normal, being a sickler, is usually in the 10s. So when I get sick, it drops to 7 to 8. And I frequently require blood transfusions. And when I do get these painful episodes, I end up in the hospital with IV fluids and harsh drugs like morphine and Demerol. Growing up as a kid, growing up as a kid, I was limited. I couldn't exercise. I wasn't allowed to run. I wasn't allowed to do the normal daily activities that normal kids do. I remember being outside in a hot summer, and my sister and my cousins and my friends wanted to go under the hydrant, the fire hydrant, and I couldn't do those things because the minute I get cold water on me, I end up in the hospital. So I was one of those kids that was always on the side, watching everybody else play, having fun. I couldn't do gym. I wasn't allowed to exercise again. As an adult, as a young adult, I got very lucky. My doctor at the time was experimenting with a drug, and he decided to use it on me. And fortunately for me, the drug worked. It doesn't work for all sicklers, but it did work for me. So I don't get sick the way I used to when I was a kid, but I still do get sick. And I still have to remember that I have a condition that I have to live with for the rest of my life. And I have to limit myself in some things. He did encourage me to exercise. So I started swimming, and I started doing light treadmill and light weights at the gym at the local YMCA. As years progressed and I felt more confident that I can do certain things, I started doing more. My husband in 2007, Felipe here, decided to buy the P90 program. He saw the infomercial. And Mickey, my cousin, also decided, let's get on it. At the time, it was really difficult for me because I couldn't do too much. So I had to do it slow. I had to adjust slowly. And I did lose a lot of weight. I lost, and at that time, I believe I lost almost 20 pounds. It was like 17 pounds. And I was doing great. But again, I have a blood condition, so I have to worry about how much I can do. And I would get sick on and off, so I would have to stop it on and off. So I'd fall off the wagon for a year or so. Then I decided, again, last year, let me get back on track and let me start again. I started again with the 10-minute trainer and the P90X. I mean, P90, not P90X. And I slowly started to feel better. Then Mickey introduced me to Shakeology. And my husband decided to get into it. I was like, oh no, I can't do that because I'm taking medication. I don't know what I can do. And you know how doctors are. Doctors don't really believe in these homeopathic medicines, how they call it. So I watched my husband do it for a while. He was feeling better and he was starting to lose the weight. And I said, okay, let me try. So I started to try. And I started to have so much energy that I was watching him doing Insanity, and I said, I can do that. I just have to do it slower. So I said, okay, let me try it. One day he was doing it. He was doing, I think it was plyometric. And I said, let me join him. I started to join him, and I realized that I can do this. I just can't do it as fast as Sean T because I ended up in the hospital, but I could do it. So I started doing it slowly, at my pace. I would do it for 2 days in a row, rest on the third day, and continue. Now I'm up to being able to do it for 4 days in a row, and rest on the 5th day. I started the Shakeology, and it was just amazing. I started, I believe, Shakeology in sometime in August, and when I went to my doctor's appointment in the middle of September, he was surprised. He actually double tested me because my hemoglobin came back up at 12. We thought that it was a freak thing. I had changed my diet. I was eating better. You know, I wasn't much of a meat eater before, but now I'm incorporating protein in every meal. So we thought that it was just that. So moving forward, December comes, my second checkup, and still my hemoglobin is 12.4 now. So now he's getting a little skeptical. What are you doing? As I told you, I'm doing the Shakeology. He's still not happy because he thinks that I'm not doing something right. He thought that I was just drinking Shakeology, not eating at all. And I said, no, I'm eating 5-6 times a day, but one of those meals are being replaced with Shakeology. All right, so he keeps quiet. March comes, my third checkup. Again, my hemoglobin now is 12.3. So now he's starting to believe a little bit on it. But you know, don't forget I have a health condition. So it's something I have to deal with for the rest of my life. And it's going to come and go. And just 3 weeks ago, I felt very exhausted. I couldn't get up from bed. I didn't have the energy to exercise. And I called him, and he says, come on in, let's test you. My hemoglobin had dropped to 10. Now he became a believer. And I'll tell you why. Had I not been on Shakeology, my hemoglobin would have been down to 7. And I would have been in the hospital. So I just want to say, I want to finish it off by telling those people who think that they can't do this, just remember, this comes from a person who at age 1 had a major operation, splenectomy. My uncle, Mickey's dad, had to give me a blood transfusion, direct blood transfusion. That was my first blood transfusion. And I survived that. At age 7, my mom was told that I would not reach the age of puberty. I survived that. Puberty came, and I almost lost a leg because of the infections that you get from sickle cell. And I survived that. Then I was 20, and I almost died. And I'm here.
Yes, you are.
And I have a wonderful family, wonderful husband, wonderful friends, and wonderful new people here with Beachbody. And I really thank Beachbody for helping me stay healthy, because no one has ever been able to do that. Thank you.